Hello there. If you're here, it might be because the recent JLPT results have left a little shadow on your heart. And if that's you, I get it. I really do. But just stay with me for a moment, because I want to show you the beautiful, brilliant path that opens up right after a moment like this one.
Ah, yes. I just need to be able to converse. I've heard this so many times, and maybe you've even said it yourself. When the sting of not passing is still fresh, it feels like such a safe place to go, doesn't it? It's that little whisper that says, hey, maybe this whole test thing just isn't for me. And you know what? I completely understand why your heart would want that comfort.
But I have to ask you, and I ask this with so much care, will those words truly, genuinely save your heart? Or are they just a beautiful, temporary bandage for a wound that actually needs a little more attention to heal properly? So let's look at this together, shall we? Let's gently peel back the layers of this very comforting idea and see what's really going on inside.
The truth is, when you say this, it's not really a new learning strategy. It's a defense. A totally natural, totally human defense. I mean, failing hurts. It really does. It bruises our confidence. So of course your heart is going to look for a different road, one that protects it from feeling that pain again. And that feeling is so valid. But as a path to your dreams, it can be a dangerous one.
And here's why. There's this huge gap between what we hope for and what actually happens. You hope that by just focusing on conversation, learning will be fun again, and you'll finally see that progress you've been craving. But the harsh reality, without that strong foundation of vocabulary, grammar, and reading, the very things the test measures, your core skills just don't grow. Your weaknesses get ignored, left in the shadows, and real, true fluency, well, it stays just out of reach.
But please, don't let your heart sink. I want to offer you a completely new way of looking at this, a way to see this moment not as a wall you've hit, but as a guide. Let's turn this feeling of failure into something incredibly powerful.
So, let's redefine this. What is failure, really? Is it some final judgment on your worth? A verdict on your abilities? No, absolutely not. It is something so much more valuable than that.
A fail is not an ending, it's a gift. It is the most precise, accurate piece of data you could ever hope to get. It's a compass, pointing you directly to the exact areas where you are destined to grow. Think of it like a treasure map to your own brilliant potential.
So with this new compass in your hand, the path forward suddenly becomes crystal clear. This isn't about retreating anymore. Oh no, this is about advancing with a brand new sense of purpose.
And the steps are actually beautifully simple. First, just look at your score. Without fear, see those numbers not as criticism, but just as information. Step 2, use that information to see where your weak points are. Is it grammar? Vocabulary? Your compass will show you. And then, step 3, this is the most courageous one. Decide, deep down in your heart, that you will rise to this challenge again.
And honestly, that's everything. That's the whole game. The moment you decide to apply for the next test, that is the moment you take all your power back. It's this incredible act of courage that tells the world, and more importantly, tells yourself, that didn't break me, actually it just made me stronger. That one single decision is where your real growth truly begins.
And now, if you'll let me, I'd like to talk about the future I see for you. It's a future that I believe in with every part of my being.
Please take these words and hold them close. This isn't just about passing a test. It's about building a spirit that looks a challenge in the eye. You see, the habit of avoidance, once it takes root, it's a very hard thing to unlearn. But the habit of courage, that's a seed that will grow into the most magnificent tree.
I have to be direct with you here because your potential is just too brilliant to let it go to waste. The moment you decide to sidestep the next test, your real progress comes to a halt. All those wonderful conversation skills you dream of, the fluency you desire, all of it will come so much faster, so much more easily once you've built this solid castle of foundational knowledge. Don't build on sand when you are capable of building on solid stone.
So, let the sadness of today be just for today. Tomorrow, let's rise with a new fire. Look at your compass and make a promise, not to me, but to the brilliant person you are destined to become. Promise yourself that you will face this challenge again, and that in the next exam, you will let the world see your true, dazzling light. I'll be waiting, and I believe in you completely.